Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of the Gunman. So today I'm going to be doing a review and demonstration on the Flex PE 14/2 150. And if you can remember that, you're doing well. But they do actually mean something, like all of those letters do actually mean something. So the PE seems to be the rotary, the 14 would probably be the size of the thread on the head of the polisher, so that's 14 M14 thread on it, and then the 1 and the 2. So I got the 2, which is designed for use with the 150mm backing pads on it, and the number 1 is designed for 180mm or no larger than 180mm backing pads. So the bigger ones is the number 1, and the smaller ones is the one that I got. Now if you hang around for a few more minutes, you will actually see me using this buff with a big pad on it, and look, it ended up working well. So look, I would recommend most people in the automotive industry get the one that I got, the 2, which is actually designed for the smaller pad, and it doesn't lock you out of being able to use the bigger one. But if you're like doing boat detailing or, you know, buses, those kind of large areas, you're probably best off getting the 1, which is designed specifically for use with the larger pads. If that's all confused the hell out of you at the start, don't worry, I'll be putting links directly to the Flex website where you can read all of the technical specifications and all of that. But yeah, one of the first things that I noticed when I unboxed it was, it seems like a strange thing to even point out, but the lead on this seemed really high quality. And then when I went onto the Flex website to do a bit more research, it was something that they did point out, that the lead was highly resistant to cuts and abrasions. So yeah, my gut feeling ended up being right. But yeah, the first thing I decided to do is just have a look at how it sort of felt compared to my Milwaukee. And the first thing I noticed was that it was nice and quiet compared to that Milwaukee. I still remember when I got that Milwaukee when that was brand new, and it is just ear piercing. I think it's more the pitch than the actual noise. Like, I'm not an audio expert, but there's something about the pitch on that Milwaukee. It is just ear splitting. But yeah, this Flex seems to be like, I can buff a whole car without my earmuffs on with the Flex, whereas I have to wear my earplugs or earmuffs when I'm using that Milwaukee. I do like the convenience of the battery on the Milwaukee, but you're just not going to get the same amount of power out of a cordless as you're going to get out of a corded power tool. So that's why I decided to go for the corded version. They do actually have cordless polishers in the Flex range, but I just wanted a top quality corded polisher, something I can buy once and never have to buy again. A while back I was looking at a few different polishers. I was looking at one of the DeWalt ones, I was looking at the Bosch ones, but ultimately I'm glad that I just spent that little bit extra money and went for the top of the range. So this thing here retails for anywhere between $800 and $900 Australian. So it's definitely not cheap. I actually got a deal off Sonax Australia, so I did pay for this tool myself, so it's not a sponsored video. You go and find one wherever you like, or don't, for all I care. But this was actually upgrading my other corded polisher. Was a really cheap one, just from Super Cheap Auto. It was like an $80 one, and I don't know, I just wanted a quality polisher that as I say, like, I can just rely on it. And look, the first thing that you notice when you start polishing with it is the torque. It is absolutely incredible. Like, the polishers that we've got at work, we use the Roops, like the old Roops, the indestructible, the big heavy ones. And with those buffs, if you lean into it, they'll slow right down. It's probably something to do with the gearing or the motor itself. Again, I'm not an expert on electric motors, but the gearing on these are incredible. It's actually the same as that Milwaukee cordless polisher that I've got. The torque in that as well is insane. Like, you can lean into it and it just does not slow down. But the advantage of this one is that you've got your mains power, so you're not going to be running out of batteries every, say, 15 or 20 minutes. I've got a feeling that it's a brushless motor as well, and generally when you've got brushless tools, they go out of their way to make a point of it, but I was reading the technical data and they didn't seem to make any mention of whether or not it has brushes or not. But I couldn't even see any side hatches, you know, like on the roots polishers that we use at work, the ones with the brushes, they got little side hatches on the side. You just put a screwdriver in there, you pop it out, and your brush is inside there. You replace them pretty easy. But supposedly the brushless, which I think that this Flex is, supposedly they have a longer service life, supposedly they use less power, but that's possibly part of the reason why it's a little bit more expensive, because I was reading somewhere a little while ago that, yeah, they are more expensive to produce a brushless motor compared to a brushed motor. So yeah, that's what I think's going on. But yeah, I was a little bit surprised that they didn't make a big deal about it. But yeah, I'm probably going to still use that Milwaukee cordless as like a second polisher. You might say use your Flex for your cut and polish stage, and then use your Milwaukee for your final glaze, like the nano polish or something like that. So yeah, it's definitely good to have all of the tools. One thing I've been very surprised about, because I've been doing a little bit more work from home lately, the thing that really surprised me is that I get all the work, like especially all the prep work and the polishing. It doesn't take me any longer when I'm at home than it does when I'm at work, because I'm actually so well kitted out at home. I've got all the tools and equipment. So, but that extra torque, especially on this job here, so this is a full cut and polish all over I did on a single stage Nissan Navara. And yeah, that extra torque really did help. You can just lean into it and it just cuts and cuts and cuts. So yeah, definitely a welcome addition to my tool shed. Coming up soon, I'm going to be doing a review and demonstration on this little bad boy. So this is another Flex tool. It's a orbital polisher. So yeah, be sure to stick around and subscribe if that sounds like it would interest you. So this one is actually a battery powered tool. But anyway guys, hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Hope you learned something. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'll have purchase links in the description of this video. Also some information links to the Flex website where you can read up all the technical specifications. Until next time, get out there and buff some shit. I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone for watching, and if you'd like to support the channel further, you're more than welcome to go over and check out some of the merchandise we've got. My personal favourite is those spray suits, so they're a good quality Colad branded spray suit with the Gunman logo on it. There's also hats, drink coolers, hoodies and t-shirts, so be sure to go over and check out the link in the description if you are interested.